It is officially, it is May 15th. I was supposed to have this video out on April 1st. So we are a little bit behind schedule. A lot of stuff has happened between now and when I originally recorded this video, but I went back and I was looking at what I had already recorded and I sounded extremely depressed ever since I was a wee lad and boring. So I'm re-recording it. We're doing devlog number 1 or whatever I decided to title this video now. I gotta pull up my devlog. Hold on. Okay, I found it. It's crazy because I have to write a whole nother devlog right after this. And then I only have 15 days until the next one. Like, I'm way behind schedule. But I messed up my back, so I was in bed for like 3 or 4 weeks. And I'm just now getting back into the swing of things, so that kind of hit everything off track. Anyways, ever since I was a wee lad, I've had a passion for discovery and treasure. That's the foundation of Aurea's existence. Throughout my adult life, I've kept a notebook here and there with ideas to build a world, but I always lost the notebook or forgot whatever ideas I had in my head. Aurea is the representation of me finally committing to the world building and laying out this universe that I've wanted to do for so long. It is a true passion project of mine, and I spent probably 60 hours just the first week world building and giving the characters somewhere to live that actually makes sense for them. For some reason, it's imperative to me that everything in the world has a proper cause and effect relationship, and I typically let the story build itself from that. And so even if you never see any of that in the game itself, I still want there to be an underlying layer that can explain everything and why things are the way that they are. And so that's exactly what I did. I'm Drayman, and here's what I've done in the first 2 weeks. Well, yeah, I'll just stick to the first 2 weeks for now as a solo indie dev building the world of Aurea. First and foremost, we have the writing phase. The dev roadmap for Aurea demo is laid out in 3 phases. First, we have writing, which actually at the time of recording this video is already done. Second, we have coding, which we're about halfway done. And then finally, we have the art phase. Each phase is longer than the last, as you can imagine. No one told me this when I started, but making a game is just making a bunch of art. 80% of it is making art. So if you don't like making art, you probably won't like making a game, unless you take a more simplistic route and just go with, you know, like a simple art style, maybe something like Undertale or something like that. I didn't choose to do that. I don't know why, but I did. I would say that this is how most studios and indie devs handle their development process, but I'm just kind of assuming that. I don't actually know that. I haven't actually done any research on their development process, and I probably should. So the writing phase started on March 19th and is supposed to go until April 18th. But because of ADHD's singular superpower, I finished all world building and dialogue trees required for the demo to launch on time about 2 weeks ahead of schedule. So by the time I made the original video, I'm pretty sure I was already done with the writing as well. I feel like the story and world building elements are very intriguing and will hold very well, especially for a demo, but I guess we'll have to see what everyone else thinks. If you want a rundown of the backstory, essentially you are a poor young adult who lives with his mother Rita in a small farm village called Ibar, outside the main central city of Solvaris. You've been training with your mentor Emmerich for years to learn how to bond with your first creature. If this was Pokemon, it would be to bond with your first Pokemon. In my game, they are called Prodiga. You eventually succeed in doing so, and because of how Prodiga operate with normal life and the economy in Aurea, this is your one ticket to get you and your mother out of poverty. As soon as you earn this accomplishment, however, it's immediately taken away, and I'll let the demo explain that, and you can experience it firsthand on September 2nd. Because of my obsession with making sure everything has cause and effect, I built a subatomic particle system for my game that explains exactly how the universe functions in Aurea. Not 100% fleshed out, but the basis makes sense to me. I'm not an astrophysicist or anything like that. If I want to nitpick and make sure that it's 100% solid and, you know, could theoretically happen, I would need to learn some more quantum physics or talk to a professional, but it looks great from a layman's perspective, I guess. There's also some really interesting modifications to the Aurean universe. For example, there's no outer space. This creates a few practical issues, like what happens if you just keep going up? You just get inverted at some point? I don't know. I haven't fleshed that out completely yet, but I'll figure something out. I'm sure many fantasy worlds have figured that out before. Since there's not outer space, there's an infinite plane that exists in the world. The world itself is called a Gertu. The continent that game 1 is on is called Aurea. Now, I have everything tracked in a living document called my World Bible. This includes all the science, story, lore, design philosophies, etc. Currently, the document is over 1,000 paragraphs and it's split into 10 sections in Notion, and it grows every single day. I'm adding stuff to it all the time. I'd say all this just to show you that diligence is the standard for Aurea. Everything that this game will be built on is built on a layer of careful consideration. And moving on to my, my brain wants to say least favorite section. I don't know if that's true though. I'd have to sit on that for a little bit. Art. Before Aurea, I thought I sucked at art, and turns out I do. So that wasn't a surprise. But it wasn't because I lacked the talent, I just lacked practice. So my first pixel art was awful. My second was decent. I might show those on the screen here. And after a few exercises, tutorials, and some good old trial and error, I'm finally producing pixel art that I am 90% happy with. I'm sure that satisfaction will increase as the project goes on, my skills develop, but right now I'm happy to just have something that is mostly usable. The picture that I show here, this is Emmerich. This is probably my favorite sprite that I've made so far. This is Ravon's mentor. For the business side of things, we got Steamwork Partner. Now, at the time of the first recording of this video, that was all we had. However, now we are actually live with the Steam page. You can wishlist Aurea on Steam right now. I will put the link in the description. Search World of Aurea on Steam if you don't want to click the link. I'll put it in the pinned comment everywhere. The goal here is to get a ton of wish lists and to put us ahead of our goal by the time we get to release. So I just want to keep on stacking up wish lists. So if you could do that for me, it's free. Please just go and wish list Aurea on Steam. Now, earlier I talked about how there is a dev roadmap and a specific formula I'm supposed to follow. We can throw all that out the window. Because I have ADHD, I've actually designed the production of Aurea in a way that I can just work on whatever my brain is latching onto at the time. So the dev roadmap itself is more like a suggestion or an optimized, sorry, I thought I saw something over there, an optimized route for what a neurotypical individual would do in this situation. But for me, it doesn't always work that way. So I went ahead and built the battle system already. Again, these are all real Prodiga, what I'm showing you here, but the art needs to be refined and the background is not the final. You guys get it. Anyways, the battle system itself works. It needs polish and stuff, but you can actually have a full battle with Emmerich here and these 4 different Prodiga. So that's pretty cool. And I did that way out of order, but that's okay. Now, the music section that I wrote in my original dev blog that I'm basically using as a script for this dev log, goes over the music section, but it's completely changed now. So I actually ended up writing a custom website with a custom backend for my friend Dan, who is a professional composer out of Austin, Texas. And you can see his website here, danielbetter.com. If you have any composing needs, please reach out to him. He is incredible. I'll even put a sample of the main theme, the title screen music here. So good. So because I made him that website, he is going to do all of the composing for the demo, and we are super excited about that. The goal for Aurea is to blend classic orchestral RPG music with hip hop, because hip hop is how I experience revelation and discovery with wordplay and that kind of thing on a daily basis the most often. So it's really, for lack of a better phrase, near and dear to my heart, and it's great. So we're gonna do a orchestral hip hop mix matchup, kind of very Hamilton-esque. I love Hamilton as well, but that's the inspiration, and we're gonna see how it goes. No, I don't think it's ever been done in a RPG, especially a creature collecting RPG. But I'm really excited about all of the music and having Dan work on the project with me. So what's next? The blog says in April, the plan is to finish the Steam page ASAP and then hit the coding phase hard. I did finish the Steam page. The coding phase, I'm maybe a little bit less than halfway done. But I was literally disabled for about 4 weeks. I don't have a laptop. I only work at my desktop, so I couldn't work on the physical systems. I worked on world building, writing, brainstorming, all of that other stuff in bed for those 3 weeks, but I didn't work on the physical systems. So now we have some coding catch up to do, but that's okay. We were already ahead of schedule by about 2 weeks, and should be able to get back on track and head into the art phase coming up. And that's it. Like I said, please wish list the game on Steam. It will help me out so much, and it is free. Subscribe if you are new. I will be posting videos like this at least once a month, as long as nothing goes wrong and my back doesn't keep acting up. You can find the World of Aurea at World of Aurea on pretty much every social platform. So follow it follow me there and subscribe if you are new. Like the video, comment down below. I'm building this in public. Right now we are doing I have to remember because I just changed it due to the back problems. Starting next week. So when this video goes live, Mondays and Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern time, we will be live on Twitch building in public. So stop by and come see me there. And I'm sorry to plug everything here at the end, but I'm actually launching a Patreon. I haven't 100% fleshed out the details for the support yet. You have Editor Brennan here in post to let you know that I will have all of the tiers and everything fleshed out for the first month of Patreon when this video goes live. So disregard what that guy just said and go check out the Patreon because there's some juicy and nice stuff in there that you are going to want to see. And please support me. It'll help a lot. But that will be coming soon. So I'm going to put my Patreon link in the description if you want to support me, just to support me right now. I love you guys. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video, to check out Aurea, and I'm excited for the future. I can't wait to see you guys then. Peace.